We'd really like to see technology strengthen what we're able to achieve with education in band schools. So what we're hoping is technology, broadband connectivity, will be able to bridge some of the gaps that we have with what kind of teachers are available to different schools. We have a real need for science teachers, physics teachers, math teachers, and we're hoping with technology like video conferencing, with Skype, with Illuminate, that we'll be able to share our resources. We have great teachers in those areas, but we just don't have them in every community. So we're hoping with those technologies we'll be able to share what we do have and what our strengths are. FNESC is very strong in Aboriginal jurisdiction over education, and part of being autonomous that way is being able to be really strong in the way that you implement ICT into your curriculum, and being ready to offer those students the opportunity to be able to go to post-secondary with great digital literacy skills so that they can achieve at a post-secondary level or at a track level. Yeah, it's different from the way that it would manifest itself in a more community sense. When you're talking about digital divide with a community, you're talking about connectivity, user skills or capacity development, and the ability to be able to manage the technical support that would have to take place to have ICT function and flourish. In a community, for education, it means something different. The digital divide is really what you're talking about is the experience of the student. So for a student in a band school that does not have connectivity or is using hardly any form of ICT, their experience as a student is different from that of a student in a public school who would go to school that day and have their attendance taken on a computer and submitted, and then those reports sent to the government for 1701 and tracts reporting. For our students, it's paper-based, it's textbooks, it's maybe what you could say is a more older traditional sense of an education. The digital divide is literally the difference between how a student that comes to school and is able to use all these technologies to further their education through curriculum that incorporates all of this to a student that doesn't use it at all. The First Nations schools that we have that are implementing ICT and have connectivity, the students in those schools are able to have a different perspective on what is possible in the world. They're realizing that there are different ways in which they can get their education that can mean they don't have to leave their community to do it. They can stay in their community, in their circles with their friends and their family and their support, and still be able to achieve an undergraduate degree from home. And it can also help them to better understand what kind of careers they could have. We're living in a time when you don't necessarily need to go into work at 9 o'clock and sit at your desk and then go home at 4. It's an information-based economy, and there's definitely opportunity for students to stay at home and be web developers, and to do music and to do movies and to do different arts and even more academic things from home online, and still have a career and stay at home. So I think in a lot of communities there aren't a plethora of different careers that people are involved in. So with technology in our First Nations schools, youth are seeing a different aspect of the world and what's possible for them within it. So I think that's one of the really positive things that technology is currently doing for our schools in communities. It's definitely opening the global village to them and letting them explore for themselves who they could become.